Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Okay, we've got a Seven of Swords to start us out today. I feel like this is sort of a communication kind of interruption, right? I feel like you've kind of had your path set. I feel like you've been on a very steady course. But lately it seems that there have been more doubts lately, or more criticisms, more kind of contrary opinions. Could be a lot of distractions. I don't really see these so much as distractions, but we're trying to like parry some attacks, you know. And it could be from people around you. It could be family, friends that are just kind of like, it just seems like it's increasing more now. Like someone's disapproval, someone's criticism, and maybe that's even leading to us wondering, like, man, are they right? You know, criticizing ourselves or second guessing ourselves, or not really as clear about the path as we were. So something's been going on that's been sort of clouding things for you a little bit, or making you question that clarity that you thought you had. Okay, just a little bit of fog on the road right now, okay? But let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on. There's the Five of Pentacles. Well, it really could be that there are some unexpected changes happening in your life that are kind of clouding that path for you. Okay? Or, you know, because of the things that are changing in your environment, maybe your living situation, maybe something to do with a health situation. I feel like somebody around you is having a health issue at the moment, and it kind of feels it has something to do with their breathing. I don't know if that's a friend or a family member. It might be you, but I'm not sure. It's not a medical reading. I'm not a doctor or anything, okay? But I feel like there's a lot of things happening in your environment that are causing you to sort of question your path, or, you know, kind of, we're asking the question, should I be on this path still? Am I selfish for wanting to commit and stay on this path? Should I stop? Right? Should I stop doing what I'm doing? Should I get off the path? Should I change paths? I feel like a lot of these questions are coming up right now for you. Like I said, there's some fog on the road right now, and we're just wondering, should I just pull over, or should I just keep going? Let's see what's underneath everything. The Ace of Cups. You feel that's your path. It's your own quest for the Holy Grail, right? It's your own quest for something real and meaningful. You have this sense of purpose, right? And this is beneath the surface. This is within you. You feel in your gut that this is meant for you, that this is where you belong, that this is what is right. Okay? And this is love. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the water energy that's going to branch out and trickle down into every other area of your life. This is going to become, or is in the process of becoming, self-love, spiritual love, platonic love, romantic love, right? Any one of these things or all of these things. This is still the seed, right? This is that feeling of purpose. And the more you progress along this path, the more this water flows out into every other area of your life. So I feel like the work that you've been doing, the path that you've been on, has been intensely rewarding, supremely beneficial to you. Right, so why are the clouds here now? What is it that's going on right now that's bringing us a little bit of doubt? Okay. Let's see what's in the past position. The Hanged Man. Interesting. I feel as if someone or something from your past I don't know, long-term past. I don't think it's childhood, but I think it's at least some years ago, right? Someone or something from your past is suddenly here front and center again. Okay, it could be a relationship, could be a person, could be a long-lost friend, could be a family member that you haven't talked to, could be a memory of something. It could be a particular situation that you were in that now suddenly you're thinking about it all the time. Maybe you're dreaming about it now or something, right? And I almost wonder if there's maybe a tinge of regret there, that if we're wondering if in that situation I should have acted differently, or we could really be kind of continuing along this idea of the health or well-being of somebody. Because sometimes the hanged man is, a person who is ill. Okay. And then of course we have the Five of Pentacles presently. So there's some connection with the past that's interfering with the future, or with the present and the future. It could be, like I said, somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, suddenly they're calling you again, right? Somebody that you haven't seen in a long time, they show up. It could be a dream that now suddenly you're starting to you're dreaming about this thing again. It could be a person, it could be a place, a thing, it could be a situation, right? It could be an event of some kind from your past that is now present. It's like it's front and center again for some reason. Okay, and I don't know who that is. I almost feel as if we're continuing with the health and well-being stuff, it feels as if somebody in your family had a particular illness, and now it's kind of suddenly it's here again. Okay, this could be a recurrence of an illness like that. Okay, and I don't want to. I'm not predicting that. I'm not saying that's what it is, right? If it is that, you already know about it. Okay, so I don't want to worry you that I'm not predicting that. It's something that you already know. Okay, it could be something showing up again. Is what I'm sort of feeling, right? And maybe it's related to you or a family member. This could be even just the kind of fear of that, right? But for some reason, this is on your mind again. It's from the past. Okay. Let's see what's up above everything here. Three of Swords is all about the memory. I almost feel as if we're starting to have doubts about our current path because we are stuck in this memory of what happened before, or who this was, or what this was, or what the event was, or what the illness was, or whatever it might be. That with the Three of Swords, it's on our mind again, and it's affecting us again. It almost feels like it's here again. So maybe it really is not happening again, but oh boy, it feels like it is, right? And it's kind of giving us that pause on the path, saying, I don't know what to do. Yeah, because the Three of Swords is all about the memory. So maybe it's something happening in the present time now, but it's reminding us of that something that happened before, and so now this is really feeling real bad. This might not be that bad, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. I sometimes I have, disc problems in my back, right? So I'll get a little pain in my back or in my leg. It's kind of a sciatic thing. I'll get a pain in that area, and I'll be like, I know what that is. I know that pain, right? I'm already assuming that it's that sciatic nerve. I have an L5S1, I think, disc problem, And so when I get that pain, I think, I know what that is. Oh boy, stop everything. But it doesn't mean I'm always right. A lot of the time it's like, I just need to get up and stretch and move around a little bit. It's actually not that, So we kind of are assuming, because we recognize some of the symptoms, that we know exactly what it is. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing or an injury or an illness. This could be anything. That, I've seen these things before. I know what they mean. I know what the bad is that's coming now, right? So something from the past that's kind of affecting us now in some way, but there is a physical component to it, either in physical events that are happening, or physical sensations, or literally people that have kind of that have returned. There now in the future position is, well, at least it's a court card, right? It is a princess of wands. I think the idea here is not to react impulsively to what this feels like. It feels like my sciatic nerve is kicking in again, so I better cancel all my appointments. I better take my medicine. I better go see the doctor real quick. I better get in bed. I better do all that. Really just dropping everything and reacting to that particular physical sensation, whether it's a sight, a sound, a feeling in my body, right, or a conversation with somebody. Really reacting before we understand exactly what it is. Okay. Now, this might be a particular dream that you used to always have when you were a kid. Now suddenly you're having that dream again, and it's almost like it's telling us something, and we're going to react to it without giving it its due diligence or thinking it through. Okay, so let's be careful with the Princess of Wands. Let's also select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. And Mr. Dao Yin Yang Duck right there on top for us. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, all right? It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction for that card, put it in the comments down below. Let's exercise our intuition, all right? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. It is totally free. It supports the channel, and this channel is supported by viewers like you, and I really appreciate you. So let's look at the general energy now in the path of the Serpent. There we go. We've got a little bit of a maturing of the princess to a queen of wands, right? It's not gender specific. Although now we're getting a little bit more of the court cards here. So it's starting to feel as if this might be a little bit more of a confirmation that, yeah, maybe it is a particular person. Okay. Maybe it is somebody that's kind of showing up in your life again, and it's just throwing a wrench into your life, you know? That you had things going just perfectly, it was steady, I was making progress, then suddenly this person shows up again, and it's like, oh gosh, you know, an unexpected visitor, an unexpected phone call or something like that, and it's just kind of, now it's putting us in all these issues from the past that we're dealing with again, and now we're just not sure what it means or what the significance is, or if this is the universe kind of telling you that, you know, you should be going in a different direction. But as your general energy, I think this is your ability to not overreact to things. This is your ability to hang on to that sense of love and purpose and meaning that you have in here, even if it's kind of covered up by fire right now. Covered up by this kind of something that really pulls your attention away. Okay, you've been on that Ace of Swords, right? It's that central path, and you've been focused and concentrated. And now something is going on in life that has pulled all of your consciousness away from your path, your work, your path, and has brought you to this kind of present situation. It's a distraction, but I think distraction really doesn't feel like the right word. Okay, this is your ability to stand up for yourself. This is you knowing that the decisions you make have to honor this purpose that you have, this path that you have in your life. Okay, this Ace of Cups is the basis. It is what sits behind the Queen of Wands, and every decision you make is based on that. And we safeguard that water inside this cloak of fire, and that cloak of fire is your confidence. It's your assertiveness, it's your sense of agency, it's you standing up for yourself, it's you saying no, or you saying yes, right? Whatever the case may be. But it's that autonomy, it's that agency. We're not overreacting or underreacting, we're reacting just right. We're not doing anything impulsive. We're not just reacting to a situation, we're responding based on what's in our best interest. Okay? And the interest of this kind of larger mission, larger path, this purpose that you have in life. Okay, it really feels like you are meant for great things in this life, and you're doing great things. And maybe this is one of those sorts of temptations, right? The hero is on the hero's quest, and it's kind of this the universe, or whatever you want to call it, kind of throws these things at you to see how committed you are, right? To see how you're going to react to something unexpected, something out of the ordinary. We're on this central path, and I think the more focused we are on this, we don't see these other things coming that are going to blindside us, because we're so focused on our path. We got the blinders on. We're only looking at our path here, so our peripheral vision isn't all that great sometimes. We don't see the things coming at us. Okay? And it's in those moments where we are so focused and so concentrated that those things coming at us feel like really huge events, hugely significant, right? Because they're so out of the ordinary. It's like when you're really focused on something, and then somebody just like knocks on the door gently, and you like jump, right? Because you're so focused, and you're not expecting a knock at the door or a phone call. You ever jump when your phone rings? It's just a phone, right? It's ringing, someone's calling. It's because you're so focused on what you're doing that we're not expecting, we're not even aware that there's other energy out there. Okay. Let's see what's in the position of the environment, the devil energy. The devil energy is both your focus and your commitment on that straight, narrow path. It's also the energy that kind of, it's kind of the devil, the evil one that's going to throw all these things at you to try to tempt you away from your path, to see how you can be distracted. Maybe this situation really is something that, in some way, there's part of you that wants to engage with that, right? Maybe this is an ex or something, right? And they're kind of coming back around, and it's like maybe we're tempted to, to go pursue that in some way. Especially if we've been so focused on what we're doing, focused on our path, as straight and narrow. Sometimes there's part of us that really welcomes a distraction. It's you're studying for your exam, right? And you're just so focused, and you're cramming. It's tomorrow morning, studying for that exam. And then your buddy calls and says, let's go out and have a good time. Let's go to a concert. Let's go to a show. Let's go out to dinner. And there's part of you that just, I'd love nothing more than to go out and have dinner right now. Not just because I'm hungry, but because I need a break from this. This is becoming too much. So we're kind of sometimes welcoming distractions. Distractions aren't always bad. I think that's what we have to figure out about this situation. If this is something that's really derailing your path, or if this is something that is really helping you to take a little bit of a break and then get back to your path. This feels like something significant, though. But I don't know if that's just your memory, your thought process that is thinking, I'm not allowed to go and take a break and have dinner with my friend, because if I do, it's going to ruin all this progress that I've made. That might be something just in our head, okay? But I don't know the situation. So I can't say that definitively, okay? But I do know with the devil energy that sometimes it's a little bit of a solitary path. That sometimes we're so focused on climbing our mountain that we tend to block out everything else, because we feel like, if we let a little bit of anything else in, it's going to throw us off it's going to completely throw off our game and throw us out of our routine. I used to be, in my 20s, I used to be so rigid about my meditation practice, right? That my life was, meditating in the morning, I go to work, I meditate in the evening, I study, I go to bed, right? And every day, same time, I'm meditating morning and night, right? And then my friends would say, hey, let's, can we come over? Or can you come out and go somewhere with us? Or, do you want to go do something? And for a long time, I rejected that. I said, no, I've got to be at home meditating at 6 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m. So I couldn't do anything in those places. I couldn't eat or sleep or do anything else at 6 and 6 except meditate. And in the evening, I couldn't go out and do anything because I had to be in bed by a certain time so I can get up at 6 to meditate again. And I was very rigid about that because I felt that if I took one day off, right, if I went out and did anything, it's going to throw off my entire routine and then I'd be lost. right? So in my case, anyway, as my example, that's something that I've had to work on, and to realize that sometimes breaking my routine is a way to show that we're not, as the devil card might indicate, we're not obsessed with that work. Because when we're obsessed by it, then we're seeing things through such a narrow channel. We're missing out on a full, wide spectrum of experience. So taking that break sometimes allows us to come back to our work with renewed energy, right? And maybe even with some new insights. I'm not saying that's the case, but it could be. It could possibly be, right? The obstacle here, Princess of Cups. The obstacle here, I think, is that part of you does want whatever this thing is. Again, it's something from your past that has shown up again. Whether it's a person or an event, it's happening again in some way. Maybe you're dreaming about something. Maybe it's literally a person from your past, like calling you up. Or if it's something a little bit, more personal or more physical, about your physical well-being, right? It could possibly be. But there's part of the obstacle here is that we're almost looking for a break. We're looking almost for an excuse in some ways. Okay. The Princess of Cups is also our ability to see the signs and symbols and synchronicities. If this is you having a recurring dream, let's say this was a dream from childhood, right? Now suddenly you haven't dreamed of it in 20 years. Suddenly now you're dreaming about it again. What does that mean? Okay. The fact that this person, you haven't talked to that person in 10 years, suddenly here they're calling you up again. What does that mean as a symbolic thing? It doesn't mean we have to answer the phone and say, hey, why are you calling me after 10 years? No. What does it mean symbolically to you in terms of your path? How is it a synchronicity for you? Right? We have to look at the deeper meaning of things, and sometimes that is the obstacle, because sometimes with this, just like with the Princess of Wands, we kind of behave impulsively. Sometimes with this, we also behave emotionally. So we have an automatic either attraction or an aversion to what this is, and we take it at face value, and that's how we react to it, right? Emotion leading to behavior. So we want to be careful with this. We want to look deeper at the situation. What's the final outcome here? Oh goodness, it's the Death card. I like that. The Death card is not a scary card. I know it looks kind of evil and ominous. It's not about death. Very rarely is it about actual physical death, right? Sometimes this is about letting go and moving on. Sometimes this is about seeing things in the larger context of your own path, your own evolution, right? Where are you in the process of this bigger picture? What path are you on? What is that? What is this mission that you're on? What is this purpose that you feel? Is something you just started? Are you in the middle of it? Are you getting close to the end? Right? We need to put things into that larger context, because it is about the change and the gradual change and the transformation of things. And I feel like the universe is preparing you for something that's completely out of this world, right? It's something that it's so significant that I feel like the negative energy of the universe, right, is in some ways trying to derail your plans. I don't think there's any conspiracy. There's no plot against you or anything like that. I feel as if the closer you get to the finish line, the more your mind, your heart, the energy around you, the negative influences of the world, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you believe in like absolute good and evil or anything like that, and that's not what this is about. But the closer you get to your goal, the more everything is going to try to prevent you from accomplishing it. Okay? And so sometimes we have to really, we have to strip away the face value of things and look at the deeper meaning, right? And I think that's important to notice, that this is that skeleton. Okay, it's not a body clothed in flesh. It's something beyond. We have to look past the appearances of things to see what its true significance is in terms of your bigger picture work, life, path that you're on. Okay. There is still that physical well-being kind of train of thought that we were on. Okay. And a very surface level. For some of you, this might be, like I said, there was maybe a recurrence of some sort of illness, and it might be something related to your bones or your skeleton. Like in my case, it's kind of that, it's that L5S1 disc. But it might be something related to the bones or deeper structures or deeper systems of the body. Okay. Again, I'm not a doctor. This isn't a medical reading. But for some of you, we might be talking about the big C, the cancer. Okay. I'm not predicting it. I'm not trying to scare you. If it's there, you already know. Okay. But I just want to put that into some context because I think that in some ways this is obviously something that would really throw our plans off, right? It would really sort of derail what we thought we were doing. That suddenly now there's this big problem, and it feels like it's really stopping us on our path. But again, like the fire energy that we see here, especially it's both of these, especially the princesses. We don't want to react impulsively. We don't want to react emotionally to the situation. Let's put it in context. Let's look at the larger picture, and let's do the due diligence. Do what we need to do in a very reasonable and responsible way. All right, and I feel that obligated to at least say that much. But it feels like this is something a little bit more subtle than that. Okay, it really to me feels like a kind of a dream that we're having again, or this kind of something that we haven't thought about in 20 years. Now suddenly we're thinking about it again, or dreaming about it again. All right. Let's look at the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. I'd love to see a 6 of Pentacles. I would love to see a 6 of Swords or a 6 of Cups. But I don't know. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we've got. Oh, a 10 of Cups. Well, that's even better than a 6, right? I think that this is really you. One, I think it suggests that there is a return to health, okay? A return to happiness, that there is also the completion of this goal, that you are arriving at the end of this path, and it is something to be very thankful for, right? If this is kind of a health or well-being thing, I think this is the return to a healthy state, and a gratitude and just really a gratefulness that we could be here. Very, very thankful, this energy. Okay. But I think that this is really the outcome that you truly desire here. This is the complete fulfillment of this ace. Now that water from the ace has branched out and is flowing out to every other area of your body. This ace, that source of water, has split off into all these other rivers, right? The family love river, the platonic, the romantic, the spiritual love, the self-love, the healing, the care, the emotional well-being, right? Physical healing, mental healing, all of these things. So this is really a very, very positive outcome to all of this. All right. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, there is a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Pisces every Thursday and Sunday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.